I'm 100% going to be investigating the potential changes coming to Minneola.
For Planning and Building Department, press 5.
But overall, in this video, I'm going to give you an overview of what's happened here over the past 2.5 years to get you closer to knowing whether or not moving to Minneola is still right for you and your family in 2025. So we do have a to-do list for today. We gotta talk about why even consider Minneola in the first place. We're also gonna talk about the progress. We're gonna dive into the housing market, and on top of that, investigate the potential unsavory changes coming to Minneola. So why would someone even consider Minneola in the first place? Minneola became that beacon of affordability while still sharing amenities with the north side of Claremont, unlike the south side of Claremont. Factor that in with the accessibility to the turnpike, which was sort of its unique advantage. So you have fairly easy access to get to the rest of Orlando, which is uncommon for this part of Central Florida. You couple that in with A and B rated schools majorly, and the promise of development for the future, for increase in livability, the play aspect of a community with shops, restaurants, commercial. In most cases, that makes a pretty compelling case to consider a neighborhood. And so from that video 2.5 years ago, what's sort of going on track for the Minneola area and according to plan? Well, the entryway signs to the Hills of Minneola community is pretty accurate from the master plan. Woo. In all seriousness, there has been some progress in Minneola, starting with the over 200,000 square foot Advent Health hospital that's supposed to be coming online. It's now scheduled to open in January of 2026. Secondarily, you got the Crooked Can Brewing Company and Food Hall, who also recently broke ground, and it's expected for that project to be complete in April of 2026 is where they're aiming. So again, 2026, you're gonna have two heavy hitters for the Minneola area, one that enhances the lifestyle and one that goes towards making it a more complete community. Another component that makes a complete neighborhood, in my opinion, and promises kept in this case for Minneola, is a new school. K-8 Minneola Horizon Academy is set to open this coming school year, August 11th, welcoming over 900 students to the new school. On a slightly less major scale, we've seen the public shopping center area grow. When I first did that video, it was just the McDonald's getting built up. Now you got your Chipotle or Starbucks over there. Beyond that, you do have the Central Clubhouse currently being worked on as we speak. Now, of course, another big component of building community are people, and they need places to live. So how's the housing market? Telling the story by average price, you'll see based on that video I did back in February of 2023 to now, we've seen just over an 8% increase on the average sale price, going from $474 to right around $514, and that's post the 2021 boom where the average sale price was in the low threes. And so certainly a catalyst for growth, I think, for Minneola has to do with a lot of the development, a lot of new construction in this area is really driving people moving to this area, bar the unsavory change that might potentially come. But don't let that 514 scare you though, if that's not necessarily where you're at, because you do have quite the range of homes available in the Minneola area. There is an older side to Minneola, and you can find homes like this one in the low to mid threes in this area. If you want to creep up closer to where all the development is happening, you can find new products that are high threes, low fours. Actually a ton of newer resale between that $4 and $550 range. And then if you do want to push up, you have the larger homes that have larger lots and bigger backyards, like this one that we're about to tour. So you're greeted by this really nice and large entry area as soon as you come in. Tons of seating, a lot of space to kind of chill and hang out before you go to your formal living area. But let's go to the kitchen first. Passing through your pantry to the kitchen area, it's kind of one of those kitchens where it's adequate but not intimidating for a home of this size. You do have a mix of solid white quartz and your veined quartz. You do have upgraded appliances from Samsung, nice crown molding going all the way around, farmhouse sink, and some nice brass finishes to complement. But the real star of the floor plan is the living space. 2-story ceilings, amazing living area, awesome to entertain and enjoy. Heading up the stairs though is where all the bedrooms are gonna be. So that's starting with your primary suite up front. You do have an awesome bathroom and a long closet, as well as your remaining 3 bedrooms. Who said you can't buy new construction and have a nice backyard space? This one certainly doesn't disappoint. More than enough space to build a pool and still have backyard space to roam around. So yeah, whether you are looking on the resale side, more mature area type of thing, or you are looking for new construction, Minneola does have that for you at maybe not as an affordable rate as before in previous years, but certainly more affordable than some of the counterparts that share some of the same amenities and promises for the future. But there has been a recent change, something that really meant a lot to me, to people looking to move to this area, and it's the Minneola Town Center. Now, the Town Center is supposed to be located right here, and the initial development agreement for this to even exist dates all the way back to 2006, but in 2023, this conceptual site plan got approved by the town of Minneola. So think space to gather, socialize, eat, restaurants, cafe, bistros. That was sort of the vision for this area. Fast forward to this year, plans seem to have changed with this new conceptual site plan showing two side-by-side big box stores. Now, it isn't officially announced what those two big side-by-side box stores could be, but some speculation from Growth Spotter based on the site plan seemingly says it looks identical to a Walmart and Sam's Club combo. So whether or not that ends up being true, the broader point is the huge shift in how that space is going to be used and how residents envisioned their life in Minneola with this town center. And so naturally, wanting to know more, I did everything I could to find out more, calling the city.
Minneola Planning and Zoning, this is
Hey, how you doing? Looking through all the agendas and minutes after the meeting was announced, unfortunately nothing there except a proclamation to make the Crooked Can Brewing Company the official beer of the city of Minneola. So there is that. And the principal of Sunterra, who's going to be developing the Minneola marketplace as it's called, kind of recognizes how locals are going to feel about this, saying, we know getting through the process and approvals will be a challenge because it's not maybe what a lot of people visualized, but it's the best thing for the residents of Minneola. If you're already living in Minneola, let me know. Do you think it's the best thing for you? Clearly, Minneola still has a pretty long way to go before it's all said and done. But one thing I can promise you is that I'll keep you up to date with everything happening in this area. So feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you are thinking about buying a home in Minneola, I'm a real estate agent that would love to partner with you in that purchase. So feel free, shoot me an email, info@orlandowithmario.com. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate your time. I'll see you on the next one.